Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. We got some 1961 Milwaukee Braves baseball. It's September 10th. We got the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the Braves in Milwaukee. Let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the visiting Pittsburgh Pirates. We got leading off playing center field, Bill Vernon. Batting second, playing shortstop is Dick Groat. Batting third, playing right field is Roberto Clemente. Batting fourth, playing first base is Dick Stewart. Batting fifth, playing third base is Don Hook. Batting sixth, playing left field is Bob Skinner. Batting seventh and doing the catching is Hal Smith. Batting ninth, playing second base is Bill Mazeroski. And batting ninth, doing the pitching is Tom STURDIVANT. And let's take a look here at the Milwaukee Braves starting lineup. Leading off playing right field's Lee May. Batting second, playing second's Frank Boland. Batting third, playing third is Eddie Matthews. Batting fourth, playing center field's Hank Aaron. Batting fifth, playing first base is Joe Adcock. Batting sixth, playing left field's Frank Thomas. Batting seventh and doing the catching's Joe Torre. Batting eighth, playing shortstop is Roy McMillan. And batting ninth on the mound, Warren Spahn. Let's get down to Milwaukee County Stadium, folks, and get this game started. Warren Spahn's making his 30th start of the year, folks. He's got a 2.41 ERA. He's 16-6 with 12 complete games. He'll be going up against Bill Vernon, batting .238 on the year with 8 home runs and 50 RBI. And that's going to be a single over short in the left field. Bill Vernon's got himself a leadoff single to start this game. So Vernon down at first for Dick Groat. And Dick Groat's batting .237, 9 home runs, 47 RBI. And that's going to be another infield hit. And that's going to have first and second. And Warren Spahn, they're nickel and diming him to death here early in the game, first and second. And you got Clemente up. Not what you want as a Braves fan. Clemente batting .368, 19 home runs, 86 RBIs. Here's the pitch to Roberto. And that's going to be a 2-ball and no strike count on him. Can Clemente take advantage of this batter's count? And yes, he does. That's a single in the left field. And that'll score Vernon. And Groat will stop at second. And Spahn's not having a great game by no means. It's still first and second, 1-0 Pittsburgh. Still nobody out. We got Dick Stewart up now, batting .299, 32 home runs, 98 RBIs. Here's the pitch again. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. Joe Torre throws the mask off and gets out number 1. The Braves can get out of this mess with only 1 run scoring. They'll feel lucky. We got Don Hook up now, batting .265, 19 home runs, 68 RBI. And that's just what the Braves are looking for, folks. Ground ball down the second, over the short, over the Adcock. That's a 4-6-3 double play, and the Braves get out of that with 1 run scoring. Pittsburgh 1, May. Boland and Matthews due up. You got Tom STURDIVANT making his 8th start of the year. He's got a 4.32 ERA, and he's 3-3 on the year. First batter he'll face is Lee May, batting .242, 15 home runs, 36 RBI. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Clemente in right field for out number 1. And that'll bring up Frank Boland. Frank's batting .287, 16 home runs, 72 RBIs on the year. And that's going to be a base on balls. Frank will trot down to first. And that brings up Eddie Matthews. Eddie's having a heck of a year, batting .308, 34 home runs, 110 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike three. First strikeout for Tom. And we got 2 outs for Henry Aaron. And Hank's batting .298, 29 home runs, 102 RBIs. And that's going to be hit down the short. Grote will go the short way over to second. And that'll end the inning, folks. We go to the top of the second. It's 1-0 Pittsburgh. You got Skinner, Smith, and Mazeroski due up here for the Pirates. And Bob Skinner's batting .301, 3 home runs, 34 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one off of Spahn. And that ball is hit into the gap in right field. Skinner's on with a leadoff double. It hasn't been Spahn's day by no means so far. It brings up Hal Smith. He's batting .216, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out the right field. And they're not going to test Lee May's arm with 1 out. So now 1 out with Skinner down at second for Bill Mazeroski. Only batting .217 on the year with 6 home runs, 40 RBIs. And that's going to be a hit by pitch. Spahn does not have his good stuff. No way you're hitting a .217 hitter, folks. But Maz goes down to first. That's 1 out now with first and second. And Tom's batting .111 on the year. He's 2 for 18. Doesn't have an RBI. I think he's going to lay down a bunt here and try to get both of these guys in the scoring position. So here's the pitch for Tom. And that's going to be a foul ball, strike 1. And that's going to be a foul ball on strike 3. So, sorry, that's a foul out. Nice job by Joe Torre. Popped that one up. Torre makes the catch for out number 2. Still first and second now with 2 outs for Bill Vernon. He singled his first time up. Here's the pitch to Bill. And that's going to be a fly ball out the left field again. Spahn pitches around the mess. We go to the bottom of the second. We got Adcock, Thomas, and Torre due up. Can they make some noise here in the bottom of the second? Joe's batting .280 on the year, 33 home runs, 106 RBIs. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Skinner and left for out number 1. And it brings up Frank Thomas now. And Frank's batting .270, 26 home runs, 78 RBIs. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. Tom looks like he's wheeling and dealing today. You would have expected it from Spahn. But that brings up Joe Torre, only hitting .240 on the year, folks. 7 home runs, 35 RBI. And that's a fly ball again out the left field. Skinner's been busy. And that's out number 3. We go to the top of the third. We got Grote, Clemente, and Stewart due up here for the Pirates. Grote singled his first time up. And that's going to be a ground ball down to Frank Bowen over to Adcock for out number 1. That brings up Roberto Clemente. And Clemente singled and drove in a run his first time up. Here's the pitch to Clemente. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Aaron's out there today. Makes the catch for out number 1. And now Dick Stewart's up, nobody on, and 2 outs. He popped up the Torre his first time up. And that's going to be a first and second on an E on the pitcher. Warren Spahn's not having a great game at all, folks, and we didn't get him down to second. Throws that ball into the stands. So that's going to be an E1, and the batter's going to end up down at second. So you got a runner down at second with 2 outs for Don Hoke. And here's the pitch to Don. He's 0 for 1, and that's going to be a ground ball. No, that's a line drive down the pop-up down the short. And that'll be it. And the Braves again get out of a runner in scoring position with nobody scoring. We go to the bottom of the third. McMillan, Spahn, and May do up here in a 1-run game. Roy's batting .208, 8 home runs, 51 RBIs. And he gets a hold of this one off a time. And that ball is blasted in the right field down the line. Hits the chalk, rolls in the foul territory. And he's standing down at second with a leadoff double. And here comes Warren Spahn, who is no slouch at the bat, folks. He's batting .212 on the year with 3 home runs and 9 RBIs. We're going to let Warren swing away, see if he can drive in, Mac. Here's the pitch to Spahn. And we don't need no stinking DH, he says. And Mac's off with the first pitch, headed to third. You better make it in there, already in scoring position. Here's the throw from Smith. Mac's in there. And Mac's in there, and it's an 0-1 pitch. Now runner down at third for Warren Spahn. So can Spahn get an RBI here, folks? And he's going to do more than that. He squares it up because we don't need no stinking DH. And that ball is hit into right field, splits the gap. And Warren Spahn's got a RBI double here, folks. How about that? And now nobody out. Spahn down at second. We're back to the top of the order in Lee May. And May is 0 for 1. He flew out to Clemente his first time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to left field. And Spahn will stay put for out number 1. We go to Frank Bolin now. And Frank, he walked his first time up. Can he get a base hit here and drive Spahn in? And that's going to be a ground ball, rather a pop-up down the short. And that'll be out number 2. And now it brings up Matthews with 2 outs. And Eddie struck out his first time up. And he's going to pop this one up in the foul territory. Don Hoke, near the dugout, makes the catch for out number 3. But the Braves score 1 on the RBI double from Spahn. And this game's tied up 1 apiece. So we go to the top of the 4th. We got Skinner, Smith, and Mazeroski. Bob doubled his first time up. And that's going to be a single in the left field, as Thomas wasn't able to get to it. So Skinner's on at first with nobody out for Hal Smith. Spahn looking to get a ground ball and turn this into a double play. Smith flew out to right his first time up. And that's going to be a wild pitch. Runner's going to get down to second. And that'll take away the double play. So now with nobody out and runner in scoring position, the 1-0 pitch to Smith. And that's going to be a ground ball back to the mound. Spahn's got it, throws over the first, but Smith will get down the third. And that'll bring up Bill Mazeroski. And do you walk Mazeroski here? Is the question. I say not. Hit him that last time up, but you do bring the infield in. Here's the pitch to Mazeroski, and that's going to be a fly ball in the right field, but that will be deep enough to score Skinner. And the Pirates retake the lead here, 2-1. Nobody out now for Tom. And he do what Spahn did to him. He is 0 for 1 today. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning, but the Pirates get 1 and take a 2-1 lead. We got Aaron, Adcock, and Thomas due up here for the Braves. Hank reached on a fielder's choice his first time up. And that's going to be swung on, and he squares this one up, folks. And that is driven into the gap off the wall. And Aaron just missed his 30th home run of the year, folks. But he's standing down at second with a leadoff double. Trying to get that run right back. Brings up Joe Adcock. He flew out the left field his first time up. And that's not what the Braves want to see. That's a line drive down the short. And he tosses that ball over to Mazeroski. And they double up. Aaron at second. So just like that, now there's 2 outs and nobody on for the Braves. Tough out there as Adcock really nailed that ball, folks. Looked like he was going to get a base hit. Instead, it turns into a double play. Frank Thomas is up, struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a pop up down the third base line out in left field. Don Hook makes a nice catch. Takes a hit away from Frank Thomas. The defense is showing itself here for the Pirates. And that is the top of the fifth, still 2-1. We got the top of the order due up here for Pittsburgh. Burnding, Grote, and Clemente. Bills 1 for 2. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 out here in the fifth. Here comes Dick Grote up now. And he gets a base hit in the right field, goes the other way. And Lee May gets over. Grote with his speed wasn't even thinking about 2. So he's on with a 1 out single. Here comes Roberto Clemente. He's 1 for 2 with an RBI today. And that's going to be a fly out the center field. Nice play by Aaron. Just robbed Clemente of his second hit. Grote goes back to first. Now there's 2 outs for Big Stewart. And Stewart's 0 for 2. He did reach on an error his last time up. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Lee May. That'll end the inning. And they strand 1 at first. We go to the bottom of the fifth. It's still 2-1 Pittsburgh. We got Torrey, McMillan, and SPAHN due up. Joe flew out the left his first time up. And that's going to be popped up behind home plate for out number 1. And that brings up Roy McMillan. And Mac is 1 for 1 with a double and a stolen base. Here's the pitch to Roy, and came around the score on the double by SPAHN. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Clemente. 2 up and 2 down. Here's Warren SPAHN. Like I said, he doubled and drove in a run his first time up. Can he do it again here, folks? Get on base. And now that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. The Braves go down in order. We go to the top of the 6th. Hoke, Skinner, and Smith due up here. Don's 0 for 2 today. And that's going to be 0 for 3. That's a nice ground ball down the short. McMillan takes his time, throws him out. Brings up Bob Skinner. And Bob's got a base hit today and a double. He singled his last time up and came around the score. And that's going to be a fly ball out to center field. Aaron says he's got it, and he does for out number 2. And here comes Hal Smith up to the plate. And he's 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. And that's going to be another ground ball. This one down the second. And the Pirates go down in order. We go to the bottom of the 6th, but the top of the order is due up here for the Braves. May, Bolin, and Matthews. Lee's 0 for 2. He's flown out to left and to right, both corners. And that's going to be a swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 down here in the 6th inning. Here's Frank Bolin. Can he get on base again for the big boys? He walked his first time up and then popped up the short. And that's going to be a ground ball down the 3rd. And Don's up with it, fires across the diamond for out number 2. And that brings up Mr. Matthews. Eddie is 0 for 2, struck out and popped up. And that's going to be a fly ball in the center field, and the Braves go down in order. We go to the top of the 7th. Pittsburgh Pirates 2, Milwaukee Braves 1. We got Mazeroski, Servant, and Vernon due up. Mazeroski's been hit by a pitch and hit a sacrifice fly today. And that's going to be a fly ball out the center field. That'll be out number 1. Here comes Tom now. He's 0 for 2 today. He has struck out and popped up to the catcher. And that's going to be a ground ball down the first. And Joe Adcock lets that play him. And Tom's going to be safe on an E3. Not what you want if you're Warren Spahn. Error to let the pitcher get aboard here. We're back to the top of the order, and Bill Vernon. He singled, flown out, and struck out. And that's going to be popped up in the foul territory. Joe Torre near the screen makes the catch. And that's 2 outs. And here's Dick Grote. Spahn wants to get him out and face Clemente with nobody on. Here's the pitch to Grote. He's 2 for 3. And that's a fly ball out to Lee May. So the Pirates are strand 1. We go to the bottom of the 7th. It's 2-1. 7th inning stretch time, folks. Braves have got the big boys coming up here. Aaron, Adcock, and Thomas. Can they tie this game up or take the lead? Hank's 1 for 2. He doubled his last time up, but then got doubled off after Adcock hit a line drive shot down the short. Here's the pitch to Aaron. And that's going to be a base hit in the right field. Clemente gets over there quickly and holds Aaron to a single this time. Aaron thought he had 2, but Clemente does a nice job. That brings up Joe Adcock now. He hit the ball right on the head the last time, but it was right at Grote. He tossed it over, and Mazeroski tagged Aaron out. Here's the pitch to Adcock. And that's going to be a ground ball down the Grote. And he's going to fire over the second, over to Stewart. And that's a 6-4-3 double play. So poor Joe Adcock's hitting the 2 double plays here today. Now there's nobody on, and 2 outs for Frank Thomas. He struck out and popped up the third. And he gets a hold of this, and what a big out that was, folks. That ball's hit down the first base line, banged off the wall for a double. And that would have tied the game up, possibly giving the Braves the lead. But now you got Thomas down at second with 2 outs. And poor Joe Torre's up, batting under 240 now, folks, 238. He's 0 for 2 today. To say he's due is an understatement. And he is due, folks. That's a single in the right field, and that's going to score Frank Thomas. And that ties this ball game up. Joe Torre with a big base hit here in the bottom of the 7th. Roy McMillan's up now. Roy's having a fine day. He's 1 for 2 with a stolen base and came around to score the other run. And Matt keep this hit parade going here, folks. And that's going to be a ground ball back down the first. He's going to toss it over the Tom cover, and that'll end the inning. But the Braves score 1 and tie this game up. We go to the top of the 8th, 2 apiece. You got Clemente, Stewart, and Houck due up here against Spahn. Clemente's 1 for 3 with an RBI, and then he's flown out the center the other 2 times. Here's the pitch to Roberto. And that's going to be a base hit in the left field. Nice piece of hitting by Clemente. And they'll go ahead and runs down at first. And that'll bring up Dick Stewart. Braves would like to get a ground ball double play. He's popped up, reached on an error, and flown out the right. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Henry in center field for out number 1. That brings up Don. Don's having a decent game today. He is, oh no, he's not. He's 0 for 3. I thought he was 2 for 3. But no, he's hit into a double play, popped up and grounded out. And that's going to be hit down the third. Can they go around the horn and get the double play? Matthews over to Bolin, over to Joe Adcock. Well, Don beats it out, and that's going to be 2 outs with Don down at first. Oh, cool, Parks. That's neat. Yeah, I'm hoping. So now we got 2 outs with Bob Skinner up. He's 2 for 3. I thought it was Don was, but it's Bob Skinner 2 for 3 with a double and a single. And then he's flown out to Aaron in center. And that is popped up in the foul territory. Joe Torre near the first base dugout makes the catch. And that'll end the inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's tied up 2 apiece. And here is the question. Do we take Warren Spahn out? He's batting .218 on the season, folks. He's 1 for 2. Yeah, I love this board game companion, Clinton. Like I say, it's awesome. Yeah, I think it's great. So I think we're going to leave Spahn in. Like I say, he's 1 for 2 with the double and an RBI, and he's pitching a hell of a game. And it's tied up. I say we let him pitch the 9th inning, see if the Braves can score. Hell, he might even get on. So Spahn's going to hit. Then we got May and Bolin due up. So Warren's 1 for 2 with a double and an RBI. And he gets a hold of this, folks. He's making me look like a genius. And that is driven into right field. Hits up against the wall, and Spahn's down at second with another double today, folks. So can the Braves get Spahn across here? Here's a bigger question, though. Do you pitch run for Spahn? That's a question. I say no. I say we're going to let him run. Here's Lee May. He's 0 for 3. He's flown out the right, flown out the left, and struck out. And that's going to be a single in the left. And Spahn, with his speed, is going to stop at third. That was the only problem with not putting a pitch runner in. I probably would have scored in most people. But we got first and third with nobody out. That's going to force the Pirates to bring the infield in. Tom's due to bat third. They're hoping he can get through this 8th inning, but they're going to have to bring the infield in. Frank Bolin's 0 for 2. He walked, popped up the short, and grounded out the third. Can Frank Bolin drive in Warren Spahn here, folks? And that's going to be a base on balls. And they might have to take time out of this game now. Let's see who they got as a lefty in the bullpen here to face Matthews. And they got Harvey Adcock. Let's see. We're going to bring Harvey in. Face the lefty. Nobody out. Bases loaded. And that's what they're going to do. They're bringing Harvey in here. Harvey's going to come in, pitch to Eddie Matthews. And we'll decide if he's going to pitch to Aaron and Joe Adcock after that. But he's definitely coming in and pitching to Matthews. Matthews is 0 for 3, struck out, popped up the third, and flown out the center. One swing and a bat, and Matthews could bust this game open. Nowhere to put him. Spahn at third, May at second, Bolin at first. And that ball is belted, folks. That ball is hitting the right field, and that's going to clear the bases. Eddie Matthews with a nice double, and that clears them all, folks. And it is now 5-2 Milwaukee, and still nobody out for Henry. Hank Aaron up the bat with Matthews down at second. Nice piece of hitting by Eddie. Hank is 2 for 3 with a double. Can he go 3 for 4 here and increase this lead? Here's the pitch to Aaron. And he does, folks. He squares this one up. Adcock was not the answer, that's for sure. That's going to be a double in the left field. And that's going to score Matthews. And it is now 6-2, a big inning. And now Aaron down at second with nobody out. And that's going to be it for Adcock. He's out of there. See what righty they're going to bring in here to face Joe Adcock. Hattie couldn't get the job done. Are they going to go with Fred Green or Clem LeBlanc? That is the question. I guess they'll go with Clem's going to come out here and pitch. Well, no, we'll go with Green. No, Clem's coming in. I'm going to stick with it. I ain't going to talk myself out of it. Clem will come in here and try to get the Pirates out of this mess. This is his 35th game. He's got a 3.94 ERA. He's 6-2 with 2 saves. Here's Joe Adcock. He's 0 for 3. Hey, Jamie. Yeah, frying pan to the fire is right. That's for sure. Let's see if Joe Adcock can keep this hit parade up, folks. He's hit into some tough luck. He's flown out the center, hit a line drive shot down the short, turned into a double play, and hit another hard ground ball down the short, and that turned into a double play. And not this time, folks. That's going to be hit in the right field. And with Aaron's speed, he'll score easily. And this gets turned into a blowout all of a sudden. 5-run 8th inning and still nobody out. Now with Adcock down at first and Frank Thomas, nobody can get any Braves out in this inning. Frank's 1 for 3. He doubled his last time up and came around to score. And that's going to be a foul ball, I believe. Nope. That's going to be strike 1 called on him because Joe Adcock is not taking off stealing. I'm sorry. And that's going to be a ground ball down the second. Can they turn to Mazeroski over to Grote, over to Stewart, and it was too slow of a roller. Frank beats it out. So that's the first out of the inning. Now Joe Torres, and Joe with a key RBI in this game to tie it up. He's 1 for 3. Can he actually start hitting here, folks? And no, because that is going to be hit down the second. Mazeroski over to Grote, over to Stewart, and that's going to be a 4-6-3 double play. And that ends the inning, but the Braves score 5. We go to the top of the 9th. It's 7-2 Braves. Smith, Mazeroski, and then a pitch hitter for Clem. SPAHN going for a complete game here. Al Smith's 0 for 3. Flown out and grounded out to the pitcher and the second. And that's going to be a fly ball out to Aaron in center for out number 1. Here comes Bill Mazeroski. And Maz is 0 for 1 today. He's been hit by a pitch, had a sacrifice fly, and flew out the center. And that's going to be an easy ground ball down the short. 2 up and 2 down. And now we'll have a pitch hitter here for Clem. See who's going to the bench. And it looks like it's going to be Joke. You know what we're going to do? We're going to bring in John Logan, the ex-Braves, going to come in and try to get on and hurt his former teammates. He got traded earlier in the year. So let's see if Mr. Logan can do something here against his former teammates. Here comes Johnny. Johnny's batting .259 since he's joined the Pirates in limited play. He's got 4 RBIs on the year. Can he get a base hit off with SPAHN here and keep this game alive? And he does, folks. He hits that ball into the gap in right field. That's a 2-out double. Johnny Logan comes through for the Pirates against his former teammate, standing down at second for Bill Vernon. This game's not over yet, folks. Now you got Vernon up. He's 1 for 4 with a single, flown out the left, struck out, and popped up the Torrey. And that's going to be a ground ball back to SPAHN. He's up with it. He fires over to first, and that'll end the ball game, folks. The Braves win 7-2. SPAHN gets the complete game. Let's go to the box score here and check it out. The Pirates 2 runs on 8 hits and no errors. The Braves 7 runs on 11 hits and 2 errors. Grote and Clemente both went 2 for 4. Clemente with that RBI. You had Skinner going 2 for 4 with a double, and Logan coming off the bench hitting that double. The Pirates are only 1 for 6 runners in scoring position. The hit in the 3 double plays left 8 men on base. And for the Braves, Eddie Matthews was the man with that 3 RBI double. Just missed a home run. Henry Aaron was 3 for 4. Nice day. And here's the difference. The Braves were 6 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They only left 3 men on base. That was the difference in the ball game. Poor Tom drops to 3 and 4 on the year, pitches 7 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, walked 2, struck out 4. Addy come in, couldn't do nothing, gives up 2 hits and 2 runs. And LeBain comes in, pitches an inning, gives up a hit. Warren Spahn goes the distance, picks up its 17th win, goes to 17 and 6, 8 hits, 2 runs, and struck out 2. Now let's do some fast play here in the National League. First game we got is the Phillies against the Cubbies out in Chicago. And the Cubbies win a close one. The Phillies 4 runs on 11 hits and no errors. And the Cubbies 4 runs on 8 hits and 1 error. Then you got the Cardinals traveling to Cincinnati. Cincinnati needs to win to keep their hopes alive here for this pennant. Got Bob Perky on the mound. He's 10 and 14 with a 3.53 ERA for the Reds. And the Cardinals win a close one. What a heartbreaker for the Reds. 3 runs on 8 hits and an error. The Reds 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 error. I think it's a 2-dog race now, folks. And you got the Dodgers traveling to San Francisco to take on the Giants. and the Dodgers helped the Braves out. They've been doing a good job for the Braves. They got the Giants number, it seems like. And the Dodgers take it to the Giants. Duke Snyder, 2 for 4 with a homer and 3 RBIs. The Dodgers left 14 men on base and still won this game 9-3, folks. Dodgers 9 runs on 12 hits and an error. The Giants 3 runs on 3 hits and no errors. The Braves win the pennant. They're going to have to give some of that to the Dodgers, folks. Dodgers have been doing a heck of a job against the Giants. Let's look at the season standings and the leaderboard here for the National League. Braves are 7 games up on the Giants now. The Giants in their last 10 games are 4 for 6. The Reds, like I say, with that loss are 11.5 games back. Cardinals are 18 games back. The Cubs are 19.5 along with the Dodgers. The Pirates are 23 games back. And the Phillies are 37.5 games back. Let's see here what the magic number is for the Reds. Because like I say, if they're not out of it, they're close. Magic number for the Reds is 4 games, folks. So, like I say, they're not mathematically out of it, but realistically, I think it's over. And the Giants, magic number for the Braves, they'll win it all, is 11. And like I say, they still got to play the Giants in 2 series, and they have not done well against the Giants. Clemente's got that batting average up to 369, folks. Cepeda with 36 home runs is leading the National League and is 121 RBIs. Eddie Matthews starting to make a little run at him with 113. And you got Warren Spahn drops that ERA down to 2.4. And him, Lou Burdett, and Joey J both have 17 wins on the season. Don McMahon with his 34 saves. You got Cepeda leading the MVP voting, and Spahn just took over the lead against his teammate Lou Burdett in the Cy Young voting. Joey J a close third. I want to thank Jamie for stopping by. Check out his channel in Clinton Parks. Let's see what the next game is. I think the Yankees got September 11th off. So it'll be another Braves game. I think the Braves travel to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals will be the next game. Yeah, I think Gentile has a heck of a shot at 60. Jamie, yeah. Let's see here on September 11th. Yeah, it's the Braves traveling to St. Louis to take on the Cardinals. How many game series is that for the Braves? 1, 2. That's only a 2-game series against the Cardinals. They'll have Bob Gibson in the second game. They got Larry Jackson in the first against Lou Burdett going for his 18th win. And the Pirates go out to San Francisco, see if the Pirates can get hot after playing the Braves and help the Braves out in San Fran. All righty. Well, you give me about 15, 20 minutes here, folks. We'll do this Braves Cardinals game here. Until then, you all have a great afternoon and take care.